1, 2, 3, 4. Go.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best segments / web show sketches on iCarly.
To start off, Sam and I are gonna perform a play that she wrote herself for drama class. Okay, we have no idea why that guy in the middle was wearing a bunny suit.
But it did get our attention.
What am I doing?
Trust me, baby, this is gonna be awesome.
Yes, it is.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most iconic segments from the iCarly web show. Did we miss your favorite iCarly sketch? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Tech Time with Freddie. Poor Freddie. All he wanted was his own segment on iCarly to talk to the viewers about tech stuff.
I could talk about dual-density memory chips, the importance of backing up your personal data.
Carly and Sam vote against it, but while the web show crew is attempting to win a world record for longest continuous webcast, Freddie gets his 15 minutes of fame. Or more like 15 seconds of fame.
So what are we gonna do next, Carls?
Well, we could...
What, Freddie?
Come on, let me do it.
Fine, you can do it.
The girls finally let Freddie have his moment when the random dancing alarm goes off and interrupts him.
So, Freddie, what fun technological thing do you have to show us?
I'm glad you asked, Carly. I'm gonna show you guys this new high-tech light bulb. It's filled with xenite gas, which means...
Though he gets cut short, it's always fun to see Freddie get some time in front of the camera. But you can't just stop the random dancing. Number 9, Eat Emmett Eat. In this bit, the iCarly crew takes strange questions and requests from their viewers. One of the questions is whether or not it's possible to drink spaghetti.
We gon' find out.
So Carly invites the boy that lives below her onto the show to try the odd request. Emmett is not only the most adorable guest to appear on iCarly, but the first ever in a long line of amazing guests to appear.
Luckily, Emmett will eat or drink anything. Seriously, one time Sam dropped a quarter, Emmett ate it.
I got it back 3 days later.
He set the tone for future guests with his blended spaghetti drinking cuteness. Though Emmett only appears in one episode of the show, he returns several times on the iCarly website to eat more and more weird stuff.
Now get out of here, Emmett, you creep me out.
Yes, you can have the rest.
Number 8, The Sack. The iCarly crew love to make funny parodies of things that they find silly. They have several hilarious movie trailers goofing on different genres, but more on that later.
You're just sitting on your couch, trying to polish your bowling ball, but your blanket keeps flying off your body.
My blanket keeps flying off my body.
This one is an obvious parody of the Snuggie. Though they don't call it out by name, they do specifically reference the crazy blanket with sleeves.
Well, we found something even crazier and stupider.
And we don't mean Freddie.
The commercials are so goofy and overdramatic, they're perfect for some iCarly ribbing. The exaggerated acting in iCarly's version is only slightly more ridiculous than the real commercial. They make fun of the way people in the commercials always seem so lost before discovering the new product, and become overjoyed upon discovering it.
Hey, nice sacks.
We know!
Order now.
Number 7, Dating Show. iCarly is usually all about goofy comedy, but this time they try to use their powers for good. When Gibby has trouble talking to a girl he has a major crush on, the crew put together their version of an old-school dating show to help Gibby get a date with her.
Whichever girl he picks will join him on a romantic dinner for two at the Cheesecake Warehouse.
What makes it especially funny are the odd questions that the contestants are asked, and the fact that Gibby just can't seem to pick his dream girl no matter how many clues Carly and Sam drop.
I gotta go with girl number 1.
This is also the first Gibby-centric episode. Before now, Gibby usually appeared to rip off his shirt or get abused by Sam, but this episode is all about him.
I'm all Gibby. You know what that means?
Tell her what it means, Gibby.
It means I like to dance. With my shirt off!
Number 6, Wedgie Bounce. Vengeance is sweet, and public vengeance is even sweeter. The iCarly crew went back and forth about whether or not to bring a new segment to the show since it hadn't been tested.
We were talking about doing either the bit with the giant fan that blows stuff or the wedgie bounce.
I don't know. The wedgie bounce thing kind of scares me, you know? Ugh.
The whole episode is like one big tease. They keep talking about the wedgie bounce, but we don't get to see it. The idea was almost scrapped entirely until Sam found out that her boyfriend tried to cheat on her with Carly.
You're sure Jonah tried to kiss you?
Well, let's see. He said kiss me, then puckered his lips. So call me crazy, but I think the boy wanted some Carly kissing.
Not cool, dude. She surprises everyone by bringing him on at the end of the show, hooking him up to the wedgie bounce, and leaving him there for hours as payback.
This is so invasive!
Number 5, Kelly Cooper Terrible Movie. Remember those parody trailers we mentioned? Well, here's our favorite. After seeing a terrible teen romantic comedy, Carly, Sam, Freddie, and Gibby decide to make their own.
Kelly Cooper Terrible Movie.
It pokes fun at all the cringiest tropes of these kinds of movies. Oddly clumsy main characters, cliched dialogue, and of course a resident mean girl.
You want to fit in with the popular crowd?
I do.
Well, too bad. No!
This film has it all. We have to give a shout out to The Blowing as well. This one is a spoof on horror thrillers with vague names like The Mist and The Happening that were popular around that time.
Tell me the name of this wind!
They call it The Blowing.
Number 4, Baby Spencer. Like Eat, Emmett, Eat, this one was more popular on iCarly.com. But Baby Spencer did make several appearances on the show as well.
Does a teddy bear make baby happy?
Yeah, teddy bear is good!
For this bit, Spencer simply shoves his head through a crib on top of a baby puppet. The ratio of the small baby puppet body to Spencer's giant head is pretty hilarious on its own. But it gets even better when the crew start making him dance and eat gross stuff, especially since Spencer can't move his arms to stop them. You'd think he'd learn eventually, but he still kept coming on the show.
Dance, baby.
Go to work, go to the camp. Go to work, go to the camp.
Number 3, Pathetic Plays. This is a recurring gag on the show, where the crew write and perform their own ridiculous plays. The most memorable of them is the idiot farm girl who thought the cowboy's mustache was a squirrel.
Dear, there's nary a squirrel upon my face. Once again, this is a mustache.
What's his name?
Whose name?
Your squirrels.
Yes, they're all just as nonsensical, and they all have exhaustingly long titles. We usually only get to see the crew play themselves on screen. That's always awesome, but it's really fun to see them occasionally play these dopey characters they write.
Father, these are push pins.
They're colorful and pointy. You ungrateful nuggets!
And though usually Carly and Sam are the stars, we get to see everyone shine in these goofy performances.
Just give me some soup.
I ain't gonna give you no soup!
Scene!
Thank you.
Number 2, Messin' with Lubert. This one is a classic. It's one of the earliest and longest running segments on iCarly. Lubert, Carly and Freddie's doorman, was always a straight up jerk to everyone.
See what he did? See that? As you can see, Lubert's a bad person.
Not a good dude.
He was rude, mean, and seemed to have a personal vendetta against the iCarly crew.
Now song singing in my lobby!
What's your problem?
You!
So you don't feel too bad when they unleash their wrath upon him in this segment. The crew ruthlessly prank Lubert in revenge, usually with contraptions that end up blowing up in his face. Literally. They even blew his ward off once. More often than not, the pranks went terribly wrong in one way or another, yet they just kept messing with Lubert.
I don't take orders from no unanimous caller. I'll open any cabinet I feel like.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. George the Bra, the storytelling bra.
That was so scary!
How about a hand for George, the bra who
tells ghost stories.
Melanie Higgles, space cheerleader. iCarly goes to space.
Come to the dark side of space cheerleading.
No way! Get outer my space. Oh yeah.
Bikini dog food fight. Revenge, sweet revenge.
Ready, Dingo boys?
Set.
Go! Go!
Animals dressed as other animals. So much cuteness.
I'm allergic to pigs.
It's not a pig, it's a wiener dog.
How can you confuse Robin's wiener dog with a pig?
Random debates for unlikely comparisons.
Without legs, Pants would be like,
Duh, now what do we do?
Objection! Pants can't talk.
why are we swinging?
I don't know!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Random dancing. This is probably the most iconic iCarly bit ever.
Uh-oh! Looks like it's time for...
From the very first episode, Sam would press that special button on her remote. The random dancing alert would go off, and Carly, Sam, and Freddie would dance like nobody was watching, even though thousands of viewers were watching every week.
We can do this. And this. And this.
We all danced along as the crew jumped and headbanged to that catchy, upbeat tune. This sketch is so popular that several famous faces came on the show to dance with the crew. They even danced with the First Lady Michelle Obama. How awesome was that? Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Ms. Mojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.